this morning. Okay. And there was, were there 4 questions that came back from BLR? We answered those questions. We made 2 slight revisions and returned those. As far as I know, the BLR is satisfied with that return. And Chris, has the public hearing date been calendared yet?
No.
And we're still postponing the public hearing portion of the rules pending an appropriate time to gather a group in public, correct?
Correct.
So that's where we stand.
All right. Any questions for TJ? All right. Thank you. Dawn, do you want to jump in and give us a quick report on where we are?
Absolutely. So as of June 17th, there were 428 accounts funded within the Arkansas ABLE program, $930,000 in assets, and the average account size right now is $1,603. Another win on the ABLE side is that Social Security does allow for benefits paid to disabled individuals can now be deposited directly into the ABLE program. Previously, it was not clear. Some people were having issues with it, but the POMS has come out to state that they can now direct deposit their Social Security benefits directly into their ABLE account.
Okay, are there any questions for Dawn?
I have one. Dawn, can you hear me okay? This is Fran.
Yes, I can.
So in my, just trying to take all this information in and understand everything, when I was looking at one of the reports, and it shows kind of the open accounts by month. And so, for example, in September, it looked like we had 583 accounts, and then October it went to 426. Can you help me understand what causes people to close accounts or accounts to be dropped? I mean, other than being used up.
Yeah, so the large decrease in accounts is actually related to the Arkansas Promise program. We did find that once those accounts were established, monies placed in, those accounts were immediately being withdrawn down to a 0 balance. Once an account is open for 60 days with a 0 balance, the account automatically closes. So it was in direct relation to those Arkansas Promise accounts.
Okay. So how long after it has a 0 balance, for how long it's closed?
60 days.
Okay. All right. Well, that I still have to think about that, but thank you for that insight.
And not a problem. Any other questions, Fran, just reach out to me and we can talk.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Dawn.
No problem.
Okay, any other questions for Dawn? Okay, thank you. Switching now, I do need to update the board. Since our last meeting, we were notified by the Alliance and Fifth Third Bank of a data compromise, I think is the term they're now landing on, but they had some internal employees that had access to ABLE account owners' data and improperly. There has been no fraud found at this time. There were 3 accounts in Arkansas that were impacted, one of which was closed at the time of the data breach. And Fifth Third has already notified the account owners that were impacted, and we are now working with the Alliance and with the census to figure out our own notification to these potential account owners. So we had one that was in the initial phase, and then there was maybe a month, somebody can probably correct me, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after that initial, we were notified of another round. And that's where we had the 2 accounts, and that was done at the beginning of May, I believe.
Yes.
So that's where we were still trying to get information and still trying to figure out the appropriate wording and information that we needed to get. There is an investigation that's ongoing, and we are still awaiting results of that investigation. And in the midst of all of this, it is now time for the Alliance to renegotiate its contract with the census. And by doing that, it's also opened up the ability to look at the relationship with Fifth Third Bank. So all of that is going to kind of be forthcoming as we get to the next quarter, 6 months. And I'll continue to update everybody on the progress of that. Are there any questions? And if I can answer, maybe Dawn can help answer, but would be glad to answer any questions around that.
One thing I do want to update, Grant, is the notifications have not gone out to the second round of individuals at this point.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, with that, we'll move on to the next agenda item. Christy, I have you down for administrative account.
So I'm assuming you want to update as to where we are with the signature.
Yeah, but I guess we clarified that yesterday, so I'm thinking we're okay if that was the only issue.
As far as I know, that is it.
All right. So Joe, just to get you kind of updated on that, we have the paperwork and we are getting all of that updated to get the latest information to Secretary Gillespie, and then we will have all of that part of it done and can go and get the other signatures once that's completed, and we'll get the administrative account open once we have all the signatures done.
That's awesome. And I'm prepared to sign that at any point whenever you're ready.
Okay. With that, is there any other business for the group? All right. Well, thank you all for your time. I'll give you back a little bit of time today. We will be setting the next meeting shortly. Hopefully, I'll be able to get into a pattern where we have the meetings for the year kind of scheduled, or at least the next 1 or 2 kind of scheduled out so we can start getting those on everybody's calendars. But in the meantime, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Fran or myself. And with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Joe Baxter, motion to adjourn.
All right, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, everybody.
Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you all.